Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. Okay, so here we are. I've been saying over the last year or so that this 2024 election seems to be almost kind of a repeat of the 2016 election. A lot of the dynamics at play felt a little bit similar. Well, I maintain that opinion. In fact, I think now that Kamala Harris is the presumptive Democrat nominee, well, now that comparison is even more accurate. We all remember Hillary Clinton's rhetoric from back in 2016. Hillary Clinton's entire shtick was, vote for me because I'm a whammon. Her slogan was literally, I'm with her. At the time, it felt like nobody was talking about policy. People were just going on and on about how mean Donald Trump was. Ooh, such a mean guy. And it was always the same recurring defense over and over again, playing the frickin' woman card. Well, I guess here we go again, now this time with Kamala Harris. Nobody seems interested in defending her track record. No, it's the same defense over and over again, similar to the Hillary Clinton situation, playing the woman card and of course playing the race card. Here we go again. Democrats expect this nonsense to work, but I don't think these talking points are going to impress anyone. I think most people are smart enough to see through this nonsense. Let's take a look at the revived Hillary Clinton strategy, the 2016 strategy imported in 2024. We've got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. Alright folks, so the new talking point has been packaged. Anybody who criticizes Kamala Harris as incompetent, not qualified for the job, anybody who even dares to mention the 3-letter abbreviation, DEI, anybody who suggests that Kamala Harris is in the position that she is today because of her identity is automatically a racist or a bigot or a misogynist. Just take a look at this.
So it's going to be very important that I think we brace ourselves for some of the unfair, misogynistic, and racial undertones, overtones, explicit attacks, and implicit attacks that she may be subject to.
Insulting black women, you're going to see something you haven't seen before. Black men are not going to put up with that. I was on a phone call with 20,000 black men. The word protect came up about 1,000 times. Protect this sister. Protect this sister. We're going to protect her. Protect her. You're about to see something you haven't seen before. Look, people messed around with Hillary Clinton and said a bunch of mean stuff to her. Black men set that out. We won't set this out.
They want to call her a DEI president or DEI candidate. So these are just racist dog whistles. Whenever you hear DEI, I want you to think about the N-word. I want you to think about racial slurs. That's what they actually mean.
There is a way to attack her record on policy without calling her a name. Incompetent is an unflattering name. And when people do that to black women, that is what Van is talking about. You might not agree, but as a black woman, let me tell you how we hear it.
Yep, so there you have it. Any criticism lobbied towards Kamala Harris is automatically racist, sexist, misogynist. What a lame, pathetic excuse for an argument. It's the same lazy nonsense that we always get from the left. No actual addressing of the claim itself, no, just total dismissal and you're a racist. Yeah, that doesn't work. It didn't work in 2016 and I doubt it's gonna work now. And why is it not gonna work, you may ask? Well, very simply because of what I said just earlier. It's lazy. It doesn't actually address the issue at hand. If you make the claim that Kamala Harris is incompetent, the response should be, no, she's not incompetent. Here are all of her amazing accomplishments. Wow.
Wow.
They should be going through the freaking bullet points. She's achieved this and that and this amazing thing and that amazing thing. But that's not what Democrats are doing, no. Instead, they take the lazy path and just point the finger at you and say you're a despicable racist. And that's very simply because they have no merit. You can't actually defend Kamala Harris's track record, her accomplishments, because there aren't any. Let me show you guys exactly what I mean by that.
What do you think has been her biggest accomplishment since she's been vice president?
Oh, I have to say, since the Dobbs opinion, the way that she has rallied women and friends of women, also called men, around this country on the issue of abortion and just taken it home. First vice president in history to visit an abortion clinic.
Yep, that's Democrat Senator Elizabeth Warren being asked about Kamala Harris's biggest accomplishments as vice president, and the answer was, she visited an abortion clinic. Play the friggin' meme again.
Wow.
Wow, so amazing. Kamala Harris visited a place. All doubts about her leadership have been instantly dispelled. Yeah, Kamala Harris also visited the southern border, and we saw exactly how that played out. She visited the Northern Triangle, had meetings with the Guatemalan president, all kinds of visits, all in an effort to curb the illegal migration crisis. And what happened following after? Yeah, that's right. The southern border crisis blew up to historic levels never seen before. It's also absolutely unbelievable. I really think Democrats are making a serious mistake here. Pointing and wagging the finger at your political opponents from a dishonest position of perceived moral high ground is never a good look. It is almost always viewed as cringe, and most importantly, lacking of substance, which is kind of ironic because they keep pointing the finger at us, claiming our claims lack any substance. We're just saying she's a DEI hire just because right-wingers are racist, but that isn't the case at all. There's actually a significant amount of substance behind the claim. And don't take my word for it. Listen to the Democrats themselves. I mean, Joe Biden.
To me, the values of diversity, equality, inclusion are literally, and that's not kidding, the core strengths of America. That's why I'm proud to have the most diverse administration in history. It taps into the full talents of our country. And starts at the top with the vice president.
And you and I have talked. You know that I prefer a black female. You've committed to a woman. You've committed to a woman, a black woman, to the Supreme Court. I won't press you on that because you've given it to a committee. But for the record, we have had that discussion, and you listened and said you're going to make the decision after the committee raises it. And credible leaders, Melanie Campbell of the Black Women's Roundtable and others have raised it. And part of it, I think, is the sensitivity of black women have to deal with sexism and racism.
We're all just going to pretend like Kamala Harris wasn't picked purely because of the color of her skin and her gender? Give me a break. Let's just flash back to 2020. We all remember what happened. The Democrat primary process was in full effect. There was a lot of Democrats on that debate stage. I'm sure you guys remember a whole lot of qualified Democrats. That's a hard thing to say, but anyways, you know what I mean. Not only on that debate stage, but across the nation, Joe Biden had his pick of the litter. But he picked Kamala Harris, the one person who during the debates crashed and burned harder than anybody else. She was the worst performer. She was the first person to get completely BTFO'd off that stage, and almost instantaneously her campaign fell apart. The money dried up instantly and she had to call quits on her campaign. Joe Biden picked her, the least impressive, most disastrous Democrat candidate. It couldn't have possibly been due to her track record or debate performance or anything of the sort. The entire purpose was to have a diverse ticket. Of course, in Democrat terms, a visually diverse ticket. No actual diversity of ideology, as we know, and that's another problem for Kamala Harris. She hasn't exactly differentiated herself from Joe Biden. No, that's not the way it works in the Democrat world these days. You're either in or you're out. You're either part of the party, espousing the same talking points, supporting the same bills, like a freaking robot, or you're ousted. And that's honestly exactly who Kamala Harris has been throughout these almost 4 years of Joe Biden's first term. Simply a Democrat token, a puppet of the Biden administration. And now all of a sudden Democrats want to rebrand her, rewrite history, marking her a historic trailblazer with such incredible significant accomplishments under her belt. Anybody who even suggests that she's incompetent is automatically a racist. Okay, give me a break. The American people have heard this a million times. Accusations of racism, bigotry, sexism no longer carry the weight that they once did. The Democrats have cried wolf one too many times, and I simply cannot see this strategy working ever again. You cannot shame the American public into accepting your preferred narrative, and you certainly cannot shame the American public into voting for your garbage candidate. Did I say that clearly enough? I think so. Anyways, that's pretty much the video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like and possibly subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.